Now we move, after a week's break, into the next in our series of CSR demonstrations from Mariam.
Commentary screen reader, or the Chinese screen reader, has gotten really popular among blinds and visually impaired recently. And here, on the Blind Android Users podcast, we will have a series of episodes in which we will talk about how to use the screen reader and how to get the best out of it. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of CSR's Basics. In this episode we're going to be mentioning the reading mode, the how to use the select menu to select something, and we would also talk about some other random features in CSR which I really like. So before we get right into the demonstrations, I just want to mention that there's been a question that had been asked, had gotten asked to me a lot by our listeners, which was, is there a character echo feature in CSR? Like, can we disable the character echo? And unfortunately, this feature doesn't exist until the time I'm recording this, because I don't know why, honestly, but what we gotta do is we gotta reach the developer out through the email provided in the app, or we could also send our feedback on the Telegram group, the English group, for the English listeners, or the Arabic group for the Arabic listeners, or whatever the if you're like the CSR is translated to your language, you just should send your feedback on the group, or you could even send an email to Mr. Lee through the email provided in the app. You could send him an email in English and he's gonna respond to you, and probably, I hopefully he's gonna respond to our feedback, because I know how this feature is useful, not only for people who use on-screen keyboards, but most importantly for people who use external keyboards, external physical keyboards, or people who use CSR in Chromebooks. So I know how important this feature to them, because sometimes the screen reader, if the screen reader is announcing every single letter that you type, could be really annoying. And for me personally, I have the character echo disabled on my PC, so I do understand why people want this feature too much. So we're gonna send our feedback. I will do so too, and hopefully the developer will respond to us. And from my experience, he listens to users' feedback most of the time. So now we'll be talking about the reading mode. What does the reading mode mean? The reading mode is simply a feature in CSR which allows you to read an article on the web in particular, without, the annoyance and the mess of the ads and the links that could be in the article and everything that could, take you forever to navigate through the article, and it would take more time. So what CSR does, it filters out all that, and it only reads you the article, which is pretty cool in my opinion. It's like there's a feature in Chrome which you could turn article reading on, I think, and it would filter out everything. But sometimes it doesn't work with all browsers and doesn't work with all websites, I guess. So let's go and look at it and see how it works. I have an article that's about Android 12, so we're going to try and read it with CSR. Let's go to Chrome.
Recents button, 1 UI home, recommended apps, Chrome, home link, show menu, home link.
So let's look at the article first before we actually turn the reading mode on.
Headings, Android 12 features, everything. We are pretty much done seeing new features. Features link. By Andy Walker. Button.
As you can see, there's our buttons.
Andy Walker, senior writer. Andy Walker. Andy Walker is a news writer. Andy Walker graphic.
There's a picture here.
Senior writer. Andy Walker link.
And there's another link. So let's turn on the reading mode and see how it's going to filter out all this. Let's go to...
See and by features. We are pretty much Android 12 features. Everything confirmed so far. Up to main menu. More button.
So how can we reach the reading mode? We could definitely assign a gesture for it. By the way, we've already demonstrated in previous episodes. We could also, through customization of the main menu, put it in there. But it already exists. We opened the main menu. I haven't done anything of the letter. So to get it pretty quickly, you could open the main menu and then
more button.
Hit the more button.
Main menu.
Once, and you would find
full text, voice assist, full text. Read by. Read the whole screen. Read granular node browsing. List browsing. Reading mode. Reading mode.
As you can tell, it's already there. So we will turn it on.
Links on Android Authority Mayornase Commission. Learn more. Android 12 features. Everything confirmed so far. Updated. September 8th. We are pretty much done seeing new features. So this list is fairly comprehensive. Features senior writer Andy Walker. Andy Walker is a news writer at Android Authority. Hailing from Cape Town, South Africa. He has over 7 years of experience in the tech journalism space and holds a degree in English literature. He's also a Formula One fan, makes a mean GNT, and can sometimes be spotted away from his desk lazing in the South African sun. Editor C. Scott Brown C. Scott Brown is a...
So as you can tell, it's reading everything without, and it filters out everything, like, from the links to everything, pretty much. Which is, I think, pretty cool. It won't take you as much time as you would take reading the article normally. Now we're going to be talking about something that's pretty good, and they just found out about it today. If anyone of you listened to, I think it was like the second or the third episode where we were talking about how to copy stuff, and we talked about the selection menu, which now called the select, which is a menu that consists of checkboxes. Like every word is a checkbox, and you check and like whatever you want to copy, and you just hit the copy button. And in this episode, I mentioned that I wish that there was another one that's granular, like that has granularity, like it has paragraphs, sentences, characters, so I could just use those checkboxes to select everything. And obviously it was there, but I didn't know about it. So how can we have this? But I just want to say that this menu doesn't work the same way as the select menu with the words. And I will show you how just right now. So let's open the main menu.
Main menu.
As usual, you can assign a gesture to this feature. You could also put it in the main menu, but I didn't do anything of the latter because I wanted to show you how to get it even before doing so. So we open the main menu, we'll hit the more button again.
More button. Main menu.
We will find something called full text selection.
Voice assistant. Full text selection.
Here it is.
Granular cancel button. Granular selection mode.
As you can tell, it's called granular selection mode. Now,
cancel
we
button.
Have the cancel button.
Select all button.
The select all button.
Copy button.
The copy.
Export button.
The export.
Sentences button.
Sentences.
Characters button.
Characters.
Paragraphs button.
Paragraphs. So let's choose paragraphs.
Andy Walker unchecked. Senior writer unchecked. Links on Android Authority Mayornase Commission unchecked. Learn more. Learn more. Unchecked. Android 12 features. Everything confirmed so far. Updated. September 8th. Unchecked.
As you can see, all the paragraphs, every single paragraph is split as a checkbox. You could just
Check.
Check everything you want.
We are pretty much done seeing new features, so this list is fairly comprehensive. Unchecked. Checked.
We could check this, and you could just touch the down right corner of the screen.
Andy Walker unchecked. Andy Walker unchecked.
Sorry.
Cancel button. Select all button. Copy button.
And you hit copy.
Copied.
And it's copied.
Select all button. Cancel button.
Cancel. Done. So it's pretty easy. It's pretty well to copy everything. I feel like CSR has a lot of ways to copy. You know, the normal copying through the function menu, the copying through the rotor, copying through the select dialog, copying through the full selection granular mode. I feel like it has a lot of ways that you can copy through, which is pretty good. It spared me a lot of time because before I used to just copy what I want and then just clean it out, and it took me forever. So this episode would be pretty short. We got another thing to talk about, which is the alternative rotor or granularity mode. What does that mean? So for anyone who uses TalkBack, you would know that there is an alternative like granularity mode that's been added to TalkBack from like recently, which would be, I think it's quite close to the iOS rotor a little bit, especially when it comes to dealing with sliders and things like that. So how can you enable that? So this new granularity mode, if you haven't heard of it or if you're not using TalkBack, it's simply you swipe up and down with in one swipe, it takes you to the previous navigation type, and you swipe down and up, and one swipe takes you to the next. Before it was you just swipe up or down.
Booked up.
To actually use them, you would swipe up and down to navigate between paragraphs. But the left and right swipes don't care about what status the rotor is in. Which is pretty cool, because honestly, sometimes if this is a beginner, because when I was a beginner and the rotor was in the former state, it was kind of annoying because I didn't know what the rotor means, and when I navigate to the characters, I don't know how to get back to the default again. So now the left and right swipes work, and they don't care about what state the rotor is. They would take you to the previous and next item, but the up and down swipes would take you to how the state of the rotor is, whether it's speech rate, or take it it would slow or quicken the screen reader. The paragraph would take you to the previous and next paragraph, the up and down swipes. But up and down swipes, in one swipe, would navigate between the previous type of navigation and the next type of navigation in the rotor. Now, in CSR, you could have both options. I know in TalkBack you can too. But how can we enable this? We'll open the main menu. I have it enabled already. So we open the main menu.
Main menu. Voice assistant. Read the whole screen. Extension. Program settings.
Go to program settings.
20 million PDF. Download button. 20 million 200. Download button.
There's a new update.
Back button.
Yet.
TTS advanced settings.
Go to operation settings.
Notification reading setting. Operation settings. Hot scheme shortcut key settings.
Navigation settings.
Edge gesture. Navigation setting. Detailed focus mode. Invert swiping gestures checkbox. Wrap navigation. Warn before navigation wrapping. Remember position of the focus. Allow moving by customize web page. Allow moving. Comment navigation. Nodes. OCR and use the alternative. Remember the selected automatically scroll. Navigation. Customize web. Use the Alternative Element Navigation Mode checkbox. Checked controls whether an customize standard view element navigation.
So
Roads,
after the
OCR and
customization of the standard view, you would find something called
use the Alternative Element Navigation Mode checkbox. Checked controls whether an alternative element navigation mode is used. In this mode, up, down, and down up gestures are used to switch the navigation element, while the shortcut gestures are used to navigate to the next and previous element of a given type.
So, as you can tell, it already explains it too. Might be better than my explanation. So if it's enabled, you would use the alternative, which is the down, up, and the up, down. Will navigate you between the elements of the rotor, while the up and the down on their own would navigate you between this would depend on the state of the rotor, but the left and the right swipes wouldn't do anything, like they're not related to the rotor anymore, which is pretty cool, I think. Especially in the copying mode, like you would swipe up and down,
OCR and TTS rate volume copying mode.
and you would just walk through the items and copy on a pen without needing to go back to the folder and then find the item and then copy again and then scroll and then find the item and then go to copy and copy again. It's sometimes pretty annoying. I mean, it wasn't for me, but right now I feel like it's much better, and it's a better option. Like if you're navigating through a huge list of things that you want to copy. So that was it for today. I hope you liked the episode. I hope it was useful, and I hope you like it. Thanks so much for listening, and definitely feel free to reach me out through contact us at blindandroidusers.com to ask any questions or for sending feedback. I'd like to listen to them for sure. And if you'd like me to demonstrate a certain thing in CSR, definitely don't hesitate to reach me out. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next week. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you do actually have any questions, do feel free to reach out to me or to the whole podcast at contact us at blindandroidusers.com. And I hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.